Hello, my friends, and welcome to yet another episode of Daily Dose of Stupid. This one is sort of long awaited because it takes into consideration one highly controversial video, which was the Type Soul video. There were a lot of comments on that. I think there was like 3,000 something. But before we get to that, I wanted to talk about guts and black powder, because despite this video not performing phenomenally good, people were very, very unhappy with some of the things in the video, so I wanted to talk about it at least a little bit. The first thing that I want to make perfectly clear is that I liked the game. I don't know if people, I don't know how you could have missed that. There's big green text at the thumbnail when you click on the video. Big giant green letters that say, "It's good!" exclamation point. So why some of the people in the comments treated this like I had insulted their firstborn child because I had criticisms of the game, I have no idea. But just to be clear, again, I liked the game. It's in the thumbnail, it's in the title, it's in the video itself. I don't know, man. People weren't happy anyway, but regardless, I also left a comment on the video which basically explained myself, and so I just wanted to go over that again because I felt like it's very relevant to what we're talking about here. So, number one is that the Guts and Black Powder video was not a game review. It was not a comprehensive review. It was a first impressions video. All of my actual game reviews have game review in the title of the video. And I can't necessarily fault people who just play Guts and Black Powder, saw my video and went, "I hate this." I can't expect those people to have watched my channel enough to understand the difference between a first impressions video and a game review video. So I don't totally fault them necessarily for not understanding that, but just to be clear, it was a first impressions video. I played for I think it was 2.5, 3 hours maybe, and then I put my video out. And the reason that I don't do game reviews very often, and I do a lot of first impression reviews, is because of scheduling and time. It's really simple. My schedule puts me at having to put together 3 videos every single week, and if I spent the amount of time that it takes to put together a game review for every single game that I covered, I would never be able to meet that quota, because the game reviews take a long time. They take multiple days, time that I don't have. Most of the game reviews that come out are things that I work as ongoing projects when I finish other things. So I put together a video that's easy to make and then I start working on the game review, something like that. So for example, I did a game review not too long ago. I think what was the most recent review? I think it was Halo. I'm pretty sure Halo was the most recent review. No, okay, it wasn't. Halo was the second most recent review. The most recent review was Tales of Tenorio, which was the little Pokemon clone. And that video admittedly did not take as long as the Halo review. The Halo review took a very, very long time. I had to play through the entire game. If I remember correctly, I think I borderline 100% of the whole game, or just straight up did 100% the whole game while I was making the review. So I had to play through the whole thing. Then I had to sift through all of the footage. I had to get everything that I wanted to say. I had to write a script. I have to section out all of those parts of the video. I have to record it. I have to edit it. Those things take time. It's time that I don't have. So with people requesting hundreds of games, especially when it comes to Roblox and usually games that I don't care about, I simply don't have the time to put together comprehensive reviews. The time I have is to jump in for 2 or 3 hours max and then edit that footage and talk about it. That's why those videos come out the way that they do, and that's why sometimes things aren't necessarily always going to be fleshed out. They're just the opinions that I made based on the experiences that I had. I'm not going to do extra background research or anything crazy for a first impressions video. Second, had to do with the line infantry class, which I said was useless in the review, and honestly, looking back at what a lot of people have said, I don't even know if I necessarily still agree with them. And there were some other things that people said that just went directly against my experiences with the game, so I have to question how legitimate those concerns really are. But regardless of how good the default class is, it doesn't take away from any of the other things that I said in the video. There were a lot of people in the comments that just said, that dismissed the whole video and everything that I had to say, despite the fact that everything that I had to say was in the interest of making the game better for people, which I also think people didn't quite understand. Like, I don't criticize the game to make it worse or to shit on it. If I like a game, I have criticism because I want it to be better. I don't know. But regardless, I was basically saying that a whole bunch of people in the comment section were tearing down the entire video because of like 3 things I said, which was ridiculous. And then the third thing I already covered, which was that I liked the game. It's in the title, it's in the description, it's in the thumbnail, it's in the video. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say, this game is good, you should play it, but here are my problems, and then have people be like, Eclipse, why did you hate this game? I'm like, what? But yeah, rather than just, you know, talking on about the hypothetical people, why don't we actually look at the people? So here's one. Did you even play the game for more than half an hour? Yes. Obviously, it's not a copy-paste zombie game, and it has an interesting take on the genre by using historical fiction. And you lack the sort of creativity that makes you see interesting sorts of games, since you're likely used to playing those boring RNGs or battleground games, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. What the fuck is that? Are you kidding me? Homie, when did I say this was a copy and paste zombie game? The title of the video is "This Game is Unique." Yeah, I love RNG and battleground games. Just look how glowing reviews they get. Look how those RNG and battleground games. I love those. I love them so much. And this is just perfect. This is just absolutely perfect. Shits on TSB for being too simple, spelled that wrong. Praises this game for being simple. Okay, I had a lot of problems with TSB aside from just it being simple. Never mind the fact that there's an actual, like, video game here. There's an actual game. Whatever. Fell off. He has to hate on popular game for rage bait. Bring back old Eclipse. Bring back old Eclipse. Oh, so you want the Eclipse that was harder on these games. Oh, so you want the Eclipse who got more angry. Yeah, do you know who the old Eclipse is? Do you have any fucking clue? No, you don't. I have mellowed out with time. I have been more forgiving of people as time goes on. Old Eclipse was less forgiving. Forget it. And then the line infantry class. Good lord. I wish this guy had actually played a bit more. The line advantages of special buffs, default charge, man classes, 10x the melee damage. Okay, for fuck's sake, man. Could you read the comment section before leaving the same comment for the 500th time? All right, you know what? We got someone to bail me out. Here's the guy who made the game, right? They left a big old comment. Surely they read that I don't think the line infantry class is useless at all. So, that was an experience, but the real meat and potatoes of today's video was not guts and black powder. No, or at least it wasn't supposed to be. It's type soul, because the people that play this game might be just as stupid as the people who play YPA. They might be. Not quite as stupid as the people who play Blocks Fruit and Souls RNG. So if you're a Type Soul player, you can pat yourself on the back. You did it! You did it. You're not the very bottom of the barrel. Mission accomplished, guys. But you're pretty close. Because I got some real garbage here. Like I said, 3,000 comments, most of it trash. Starting things off, Eclipse. I actually have no idea, lazy you or not. Okay. Because you missed a lot of content to tell people like bad balance in this game and maybe other stuff, but you stopped in progression? That was quite the run-on sentence, but you got a question mark in there. Props. Man, I know you need views because a lot of people wanted to see what you say about this game, but you would try to see the real problems in this game. That's another run-on. I actually have no idea if it really makes sense to watch your videos when you not even try harder to watch deeper than, oh man, there's no guide in free game, and I'm not gonna watch the Trello when I know I can. Yes, you're right, they should make better guide for this game, but as I said, you just lazy to try find better stuff to talk about, like real stuff that makes this game suck even more. So let me just clarify. Let me just make this 100% clear. You're upset, and the reason that you're upset is because I'm lazy, that I didn't spend enough time playing this game, so I couldn't tell you how it's worse than I initially thought it was. You wanted me to play more so I could tell you how much worse it gets. Why the fuck would I do that? Do you guys think that I enjoy playing bad games? Do you really think that I like playing garbage? Like I log on and I'm like, boy, I can't wait to play a bad game today. No! No, I don't do that! So why the hell would I want to play it more if it gets worse? I don't know. I don't know. And since when does the game being free mean that it shouldn't have a tutorial or a guide? They're charging people for stuff, there's microtransactions, it's monetized. So why shouldn't there be a tutorial? Free-to-play games have tutorials all the fucking time, man! That's not an excuse! I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm sorry that I was lazy and I didn't play the game more in order to make it look worse than I already did. I apologize. I should have been less lazy. My bad. How about this guy? Eclipse, you can't dog on other games because they aren't YBA. Yep. 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 Ah! Shut up. Bleach epic winner, you not Sigma. Crying, laughing, crying, laughing, crying, laughing, crying, laughing. It's an AI. It's not a real person. It can't be a real person. It cannot be. Bro, you didn't even play the game. Of course I didn't! Did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? I told you why I didn't play the game. I told you why. I told you why and you still left the comment. You didn't, Eclipse, you didn't play the game. Yeah, you're right. I didn't play the game. I told you why I didn't play the game. Good Lord. Oh, fuck me. I'm convinced every game sucks for Eclipse. Yes. Yes, every game. I hate every game that I play. I hated Helmet. I hated it so much. I hated Traversal. It was the worst game I've ever played. I hated Silbite. Just piece of crap. I hated Guts and Black Powder. It was just so unbelievably terrible. I hated Project Smash. I hated all of these games. Fighting, hated it. Absolutely hated it. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I hate every game I play. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. No games are good. None of them. I couldn't tell what you are referring to, but everything else you said about TypeSoul is correct. The game is shit. Thank you. But the reason the NPCs were fighting each other, assuming that's what you were upset about, is because in Bleach they do the same thing. Do I have Alzheimer's? I know my memory's bad, but I was upset that the AI fought each other. That's the takeaway that you took from this video. You're serious? No, I'm moving. No, I'm moving on. Eclipse, I understand that you are a smart individual, but come on. The E button in all of these games are drawing weapon. The E key in all of these games are drawing weapon. Are you sure about that? All games, you press E to draw your weapon. I disagree. Did you perhaps miss the part where they listed all of the controls except for E to draw your weapon? Maybe you missed that. Maybe rewatch the video. I can't continue doing this. I can't stomach any more of this. I'm sorry. There's a lot more. But I can't do it. I can't do it. So we're gonna do the palette cleanser and wrap up here. We're gonna start covering some of the good comments, because I need help. I need help after this one. Someone from the Guts and Black Powder video said, as someone who had a similar experience at first, I don't blame your first impressions and hope you continue to play it especially now after the update that just got out. I don't know if I plan on continuing playing the game because I just don't really see a reason to. It doesn't hold my interest very often or for very long. But thank you for the comment. I appreciate the sort of solidarity when it comes to my new user experience and knowing that I'm not completely alone. And that all of the people who have played the game for way too long and understand all of the ins and outs, shitting on me. At least I'm not the only one that gets shit on. Hopefully. Gray from my Discord DM says, I just want to let you know that the video that you did on Sakura Stand made me quit. I realized how shit the game was and quit playing it. Thank you. You're welcome, Gray. But thank you, because you're the one doing a service to the entire industry by not playing that garbage and not supporting it. Thank you. Deep Woken the guy, which is ironic that they're leaving a comment on the TypeSoul video, says, what's funny about this is that I'm pretty sure that the room in the DDR machines is a jail cell for people who got banned from TypeSoul. You had more fun being locked up than playing type shit. Which is hilarious. And there were a lot of other comments. I shouldn't say this because it's unsubstantiated, but there were a lot of comments talking about how the DDR room was basically a impromptu mod jail where moderators of the game would send people instead of just banning them from the game. And there were a lot of comments talking about mod and admin abuse and locking up people because they killed mods or admins. I can't say that would surprise me, but it's unsubstantiated. So allegedly, mods and admins lock people up there if they killed them or for basically no reason. Allegedly, that happened. CapWN says the fact that they added a soft-locking half-functional DDR machine before any hint of a tutorial is wild. Yes, it is. They decided that it was higher priority to have a mod jail where they could abuse their powers than to make a real tutorial to tell you how to play. Wild is right. AZTYED, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, said, just remember that this game was 1 million, that's a lot of zeros, times worse before they reworked, and this game is already a form of torture that the cartel would never use. I have been told on several occasions that the game was even worse before the version I played. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. You fool, Eclipse! You've fallen for the ruse of the Robloxians yet again. Those Type Souls players, they're not actual fans. They just wanted to trap you into playing Dance Dance Revolution forever. And you fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. God damn it. And the last comment from today is, or for today is from Zenvei Tai. Names are hard. This isn't a comment on this specific video, but more so on your channel as a whole. These videos are extremely helpful to me as a learning game developer, especially since I play some of these tutorialist complicated games, and I kind of become desensitized to looking up the Trello page. When I see you play these games without any third-party information, it reminds me a lot of when I played similar games when I was younger. I'd spam the chat asking for help because there was no in-game tutorial, and I'd get ignored 90% of the time. If I ever make an actual game, I'll prioritize adding a tutorial or at least some kind of go here, do this to get the ball rolling for new players. And this right here gives me hope. These kinds of comments are the reason that I can continue doing what I do without just completely spiraling into despair. Because without them, I don't know what I would do. For every 100 people that come on and say, Eclipse just use the Trello, Eclipse just use the wiki, Eclipse use a guide. For every 100 of those people that are apologists for this kind of garbage, there's one person like this who sees the video and goes, huh, maybe we shouldn't cave to the terrible status quo. Maybe we should make the game playable in its own right. And every 1 out of 100 people that sees the video and that's their takeaway makes all of it worth it. All of it. Anyways, leaving that off, that's the end of the video. I don't have anything else on the docket for today. So obviously, if you enjoyed the video, you can leave a like and subscribe, do all that stuff. If you didn't, don't do those things. And with all that being said, have a wonderful day tonight wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time.